Tell them run it off.
What is going on? What is going on, everybody in the house? What is going on? Wake up in Cleveland every single morning.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip, this wet. Tell them run it off.
What is going on? What is going on? It is Tech Thursday. As you can see, I still need to update my intro. I'm working on updating things as we go. I'm trying to do everything. You know, I'm trying to update videos. I'm trying to add new stuff in, changing out the theme for Thursday because today is technically Tech Thursday. It's not Wake Up in Cleveland. Wake Up in Cleveland was the live show, which we're still going to think, we're still changing the name. I'm slowly building up the interview system here with all the guests. So I'm still trying to think of a name that I want to do for it. I'm not there yet. Maybe we'll have a group think on that. But I need a name for the podcast, live or otherwise, for the show. I'm not really sure what I want to have yet. I don't even know if I want to have my name in it, to be honest with you. But I'm working through it. You know, it's a very busy part of the year for us, in all honesty. So it really screws up my ability to do anything. Like, for instance, this weekend, how many parties do we have on Saturday? This is how bad work gets when you don't even know how many parties you have. Okay, so this week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This week we have on Saturday, specifically on Saturday night only, we have 8 events, 8 bar mitzvahs. Plus the 2 that we have on Friday. The 2 that we have on Friday. And nothing on Sunday, thank God. Then the week after, we're slower. We have 6. And then the 20th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 events. 10 events. And 2 on that Sunday. So just a lot of stuff. I have clients that are asking me for, video montages and all these other things. And we're trying to slowly bring our office back up to normal specs. So the life part of everything gets in the way sometimes. Just gets in the way, in all honesty. So it kind of stops me from doing everything. My partner's always like, well, you should have somebody just edit your videos and you should have somebody do this and do that. And I'm just like, that's fine, dandy, if you don't want to make any money. Because as soon as you bring in an editor, you're paying per video and who knows if you're going to even break even. So I think the issue is not so much to have an editor. The issue is to have, I guess I have to get better at recording my content and not having any flaws. That's what I have to do. I just have to record it straight. Just, a 20-minute video, flawless, error-free. Do all the edits on the fly right when I'm shooting it. And then that way I can just hit stop recording, upload that video. That would be great. Forget about the music too. Now I'll do the music on the fly too. I'll DJ the music. I will edit all the things. I'll bring in all the clips and all that stuff and not have one misspoken word the entire time. Because that's realistic. Oh my God. If only I could make videos like I make my IG videos. Because I can knock out an Instagram reel in like 30 minutes? Hold on. I'm expecting some things at my door that I'm going to have to sign for. And I know they get real stupid. Like they give you like 3 seconds to come to the door. Like ding dong, hit your ring. By the time you even look at like what's on your Ring camera, they're like already trying to leave. So yeah. So that's my story. That's my life in a nutshell. I mean, I don't think this is anything new. I'm very, very busy just across the board. I'm lucky that I have a wife that actually understands that I'm a busy freak. Because it could go real wrong real fast if she was like, you don't spend enough time with me. I need your quality time. It could go wrong really, really fast. But that's why you have kids, right? They just fill up that extra space. So, Tech Thursday. As always, enjoy all of your time, your commitment to the show. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate more if my fan was on, which I'm going to have to turn on in a minute. It's always great seeing you guys and girls every single Thursday morning. I'm very happy that you guys not only made the switch to YouTube, and again, I'm not dismissing TikTok. I'm not dismissing Twitch because I do love Twitch, but I don't know. It just I cannot seem to get life right on Tuesday mornings. That's just facts. For Tuesday mornings for me, Tuesdays in particular are incredibly tough. Reason being, if I haven't told anybody this before, but I'll say it again. You're all DJs out there. Maybe some aren't. I have a couple of people that aren't DJs that just watch the show, which I absolutely love. But if you are a DJ, you will work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday is like your only day of rest, right? And even then, it's not really a day of rest, but it's like I don't want to deal with anybody type day. So Monday, that's my official day off, even though my partner still texts me all day long, still emails me all day long, still calls me all day long. But I don't have any client meetings whatsoever. He answers the emails on Mondays because he knows I hate it. Tuesday is the day that I officially start working again. So by the time Tuesday rolls around, there's a lot of emails assigned to me. There's a lot of phone calls that I need to make. All of my Calendly calls are there. Normally I have 15 calls on a Tuesday, and then factor in the show. So it gets really hard to do the Tuesday show. I mean, just from a human perspective, not a matter of want or will. I could do it. My brain does not want to do it. That's all I'm saying. So Tuesdays on Twitch are incredibly difficult. So either I have to change the time or change the date. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. Also, because I think that the live shows, the live podcast will operate on Twitch, and then it'll be reposted on YouTube. I'm still working through some stuff. We'll get there. Anyway, DJ Matt Ames in the building. DJ Farns in the building. Those are some of my members. And if you don't know how to become a member, if you look down at the bottom, depending on how you're using the service, whether it be from your phone or from your browser, you're going to see either two buttons. One is going to say either member or join. They're the same. And basically that is you becoming a member of the team Cleveland Terry. So if you are interested, it's like buying me a cup of coffee. That's it. A cup of coffee, once a month, support the channel, helps me keep coming back here. I'm not going to lie to you. That's one of the reasons that I do the show. I do the show to help people, but also, you know, I do YouTube to also make money. If I'm not making any money, uh, I'm going to question why I spend so much time doing anything, if that makes any sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool. Oh, look, you're popular. Great. I still need to pay for my mortgage. So, if you guys love to support the channel, please do so. That's why you have DJ Matt Ames, it's in green, and DJ Farns are in green. And there are special privileges that are coming to the membership. Not yet. Well, there are. Obviously, if you are one of these people, I always give you kind of first right of comment, because for a couple of reasons. One, I see it, so it's just easier to spot. Your questions. I know I miss questions sometimes, but your questions will be answered before anybody else's. So and obviously, if something were to pop up and you needed help, and you DM'd me on IG or whatever, your answer is going to get, your question is going to get answered before anybody else's. I'm going to put you as the tops. And then when I actually start making more content, and I'm on a better cycle, just May is a nightmare. Once I get out of basically the next 2 weeks, the world will start to slow down a little bit. It's just more manageable. I'm going to start making more content, more behind the scenes stuff. And also videos that I'm posting, if they don't have an embargo date, I'll release those videos before I release them to the general public. I'm going to have a little fun with the membership thing. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do just yet, but I'm going to have fun with it. I mean, who knows? There might be a Tuesday pop-up that just happens for members only. So still working through it. Queso with the 199 super chat. Thank you so much, fam. I appreciate you. Queso's been around for a while. He's from the Twitch community and moved over. Well, I guess combination of the two, but good guy. Helped me out a couple of times when I needed some help. So thank you. Queso says, sorry for the phone calls. I wanted to ask you that even though I have the Rain 70, would the Pioneer S7 be a good mixer to add? I think they're about the same. In all honesty, I think if you have the Rain 70, you do not need the S7. It's pretty much the same device. The only difference in my mind, because I'd be happy with either one of them. In all honesty, the only difference is, well, there's a couple differences. The S7 has the Bluetooth, but the Rain has the dedicated silent Q. The S7 has a better stock fader, but you can swap out a Rain 70 fader easily. I did it for mine, and it's just as good. I have an Intel fader in the Rain 70. But if you're on the fence and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy a mixer, I honestly, people get mad at me when I tell them this, but I don't have a problem with either one of them. The Rain 70 or S7 are equal in my mind, honestly. So you're good with both, And if I get another DM that asks me which one do I prefer, the Rain 4 or the Rev 7, I'm gonna smack somebody. I'm gonna digitally smack somebody. Kings and Queens in the building. What's going on? Pablo Miami in the building. Lehman in the building. What's going on, man? Good to see you. DJ 36. NY Tahoe. I'm not a DJ, just play around at the house. Just love the content. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Cold World, Mulberry, Don Rafa, Catherine, Cat's Groove is in the building. What is going on? B Fields. Who else we got here? Terry White, Greg Ostrowski, Elevator Music Greatest Hits. See, now you guys are going to have me changing that intro song. It's one of the epidemic sounds that are, copyright free because I pay for it. But now you're going to have me changing it. DJ 360. DJ Marv. Did anyone invite Brian S. Red? Ha, ha, ha. He's always welcome. He's always welcome. Not even again, just facts. I've never physically been in a room with him. I have never spoke to him ever. No DMs, you know, no tweets, nothing at all. Very interesting to me, though. I mean, look, whatever. It's not. I haven't reached out to him. He hasn't reached out to me. That we don't need to reach out to one another. We don't. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. Okay. All right. I have. I've started working out again. I mean, I've worked out, but not consistently like the resistance training, all the things that I used to do. Just like I said, ran out of time, and just sleep schedule, everything just all out of whack. And for me, and me only, I can't speak for everybody else. The only time I have to work out, the only time is in the morning. If I don't get to the gym in the morning, the gym's not getting got. That's just facts. Because by the time I'm into like the work day, I got conference calls and schedules all day long. I don't have enough time to get to the gym. And then by the time you hit 5 or 6, now I'm at home. Now I'm making dinner for the family. Now I'm working on projects and, like I said, videos and reels and all those things. And then it gets too late. So I've forced myself. I have cardio here. Cardio is fine. I can get on my bike and do, 45 minutes on the spin easily, but I can't get to the free weights and the resistance training. So I've dedicated those 3 days to 3 days a week to working out again. And I am sore. Yesterday was a nightmare. I haven't been that sore in a long time. Specifically in my chest, my chestal area. Arms, not bad. Actually, the arms were fine because, as DJs, what are we doing? We're always lifting stuff. We're not using our chest. Unless you're saying it with your chest. So anyway, Conrad Hayes says, hello, Cleveland. I realize I'm way early. My question is, do you know of venues or event locations that supply the sound equipment and the DJs too for receptions? We have one here in Champaign. I'm confused at your question. You just asked are you looking for a venue that does this, or are you looking for a venue that will hire you as kind of an exclusive to be their venue DJ? If that's what you're asking, try to clear it up. Or are you looking for a venue because you're about to get married? I have questions. Okay, let me drop down. J Style Sounds, welcome to Team Cleveland Terry. I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Always, it's all love all the time. Lehman says, you are definitely coming to Expo. Yeah, that's the plan. If I can get a sponsorship, that's it. I'm working on that. That's actually one of my things today to do. I'm gonna contact all of my DJ companies and see who wants to sponsor me. And I know sometimes when people think of sponsorships, they're like, oh, so just gonna be flowers and candy on the video when I talk about, oh, I'm sponsored by this company. Oh, speaking of this company, they have amazing blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not really like that, although I think I'm going to DJ for Max Design. I'm going to take a spot on one of theirs, which will be cool. Yeah. So that's it. I just got to get my stuff together and lock something in. Dancing Mark's Dance Floor. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate you. Okay. Heavyweight lifters, power lifters, LOL. We can be power lifters, especially in that lower back. That's definitely a thing. Don Ralph, I just did a Portuguese wedding. Quinn Barrieros, big request, big hit. Okay. All right. I'll make a note of that for all of my Portuguese weddings. Okay. Victor Gonzalez, JBL SRX 815's cut off when sub hits during at high volumes, sub at high volumes, says Victor. Okay. my question to you is a simple one. Are you running both speakers into the same circuit, like into the same? I assume you're putting it on a splitter or a surge protector, but just confirm with me if you're doing that, Victor. Okay. Paul, greetings from Romania. Greetings, Kings and Queens Entertainment. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out again. Okay. Let's see here. Samuel Patterson, keep posting CT. Thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate you. I'm literally skinning my S7 right now, says DJ Farns. All right, Samuel Patterson. Then you better be real clear on how to be a member. I still don't see it. I can hit you with the super chat, but I don't see it. I am confused because some people see it all the time. So I am confused at what people don't see. So let's see here. The problem is I am on my own page. So I'm having trouble seeing, but let's go to this one. Okay. So if I go to somebody else's channel, it has their name, it has the number of followers I have, and then it has a subscribe button. Let's see what happens when I hit subscribe. Nope, that's the wrong one. Unsubscribe. I'll find it. I will find it. More. I know that MKBHD has one. Anyway, so we'll work through that. And then I will make a video, an entire video, well, just a clip for this show that shows you anybody how to do it. Okay, so go to Marquez. Oh, I see. So let's try this. I can't see it because I'm not it's my channel. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get it going and we'll get it working. And then we'll all be on the same page. And for the people that are using their phones, I know it's on the computer, but people that are using their phones, if you know, then let them know, because I'm looking at like MKBHD. And if I go to his like cover page, see there's a join button right there. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Anyway, we'll work it out. All right, so let's go back down and see if we have some follow-up to these questions. Kylie Palm in the building. What's going on, girl? Okay. All the connects. Okay. DJ TMO says, man, the Flex 10 is sold out everywhere. Yeah, I looked at some of the retailers, and yeah, they're all saying like September. It's a popular board. You know, it's always interesting to me when I review a board or something comes out, and when I review something and something comes out and people are like, that's just the same old thing. That's just this. Why would I need to upgrade? I still have my DDJ 1000. I don't need to upgrade. Apparently, there's a lot of fake talk out there. People say they're not going to do something and then do it anyway. Not a hypocrites. Very hypocritical, you people. I got to figure out what I'm going to buy because I do have I have a sponsorship by Danny Max, and I have furniture on the way. I have one piece right now, and little shipping issue. So I have one piece right now, the top piece, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in there. Because I have a 1000, I have a Rain 1, so I can put in there right now. It'll probably end up being, in all honesty, the 1000, just because of weight. So if the 1000 is there because of weight, it stands to reason that I should probably get a Flex 10 because of everything else. We're working on that. We'll see what happens. I have no promises yet. It'll probably be the 1000. I'd love to put a rev in there. But I am concerned about the weight. I just don't want that much weight. I don't want to have to carry around that much weight. So if I can't lift it on there, again, we're back to coffins, and I don't want to lift a coffin. I remember to this day, the last coffin I lifted. I remember when it was, where it was, and how it made me feel. And that was the last time I ever lifted up a turntable DJ coffin. Okay, Conrad says, I am a DJ in the area, and one of the venues only allows their DJs and their equipment. Okay, gotcha. It is not uncommon for venues to have already provided all the sound. And even as a DJ, sometimes I'll go into a venue and just plug into their stuff. Maybe I'll bring my controller, if that. And yeah, you can just plug in. It's basically like a nightclub. Like the venue has a relationship with the AV company, and they provide everything, including DJs. Fortunately, there aren't too many of them out here that require you to use not only their sound, but their DJs. Because in this place, people aren't stupid. People are like, nope, if you want me here, I'm going to use my own DJ. I don't care what you have. I'll pay for your sound system and the DJ, but he's not going to do my party. We're going to hire, check 1, 2. They're going to come out and do the thing. So that does happen. So you have a couple of choices. One, either you just disregard that venue, happens, or you develop a relationship and you end up putting yourself onto the preferred vendor list. A lot of times when this happens and people are like, well, I want my own DJ. Well, then they'll say, well, I have, these other 6 DJs here that are amazing. So that could work. That definitely could work. You just have to talk to them, but like I said, I know of a few venues that try to push that, and the clients just aren't having it, because they'll say things like, they'll say dumb things. This is always their logic. Well, we have our DJs because they know the sound requirements, and they know if there are any sound issues or liabilities, and they understand that they won't do damage to our building. That's why we use them. Blah blah blah. It's all BS. It's absolutely BS. But the reality is, they're going to make a lot more because they're going to pay this in-house DJ, maybe $500, $800, and they're going to charge that client $2,000 to $3,000. So it's in their best interest to keep everything in-house. It's just the way it works. But talk to them. Blue Silver, glad to see you are back at the DJX Expo. We met last year. Yeah, I am. The only thing I'm going to do this year, is I'm going to make it a point to, stay. I'm going to book my flight for the following day. I will never make that mistake again. That was just bad. Just bad. Okay. Victor Gonzalez says same circuit. All right. So, what I believe is happening, could be wrong, but I've seen this since I do own the SRXs and the 900s. When they're on the same circuit, even though it feels like they're not, they're just dumb speakers, there's circuitry in there analyzing everything that's happening. Okay. And it's analyzing the power draw. So what's going on is, chances are is your sub is pulling so much power that your high is freaking out because it thinks there's something wrong with the circuit. So it's going into protection mode and turning itself off. And then once the bass drops or whatever, it turns itself back on. So the best thing you can do in my opinion, is run the highs. If you're running into the situation, is run the highs basically to a completely different circuit, and then run the subs to another circuit. That's one way. Or potentially, if you're going to run them in a splitter, run them straight to the wall. But in general, that's what's happening. Your high is concerned that the power draw is going to damage the speaker, so it turns itself off. Hi, I'm in the middle of my show. Okay, hold on, guys, sit tight.
All right, guys, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Cleveland Terry. I wanted to just do a quick video about this new unit. It's not out yet. It doesn't come out until July 31st. It hits market. I have pre-order it pretty soon, though. All right, so this is Tim. This is the man, runs this thing. They came out with an amazing product. I haven't tested it yet, but based upon what I'm seeing, this is one of those to beat. It's a game changer. Moving platters. It's $700.
What's up, everybody? How we doing today?
This is gonna sell like hotcakes. So I'm gonna do a review, but tell me just real quickly, like, what made you guys decide to do something like this?
The history of DJing is vinyl, right?
Yeah.
And motorized jog wheels is the best we can get right now, in terms of replicating that with a digital controller.
Right.
So the Impulse T7 is our shot at the motorized DJ controller market, and the largest, most premium controller we've ever made.
Okay.
And we're pricing it just like we price everything else in the Hercules lineup.
Super aggressive.
Competitively. Let's call it competitively.
I call it aggressive, he calls it competitively, fine.
We're targeting both, obviously, beginner DJs who want to upgrade to a motorized platters, or working DJs who want something small, want something portable, want something that works with Strato Pro.
It has XLR out. Very important for a professional DJ that you have that. I'm impressed so far, though.
You'll see more of the T7 real soon.
All right, guys, follow my YouTube, because we're going to do this review very, very soon. All right, see ya.
Okay. Let's see here. Matt Ames, really looking forward to the Max content. Big fan of theirs. Yeah, so far, I mean, they seem to be a really up and up company. That's basically my thing about any company that I work with and have a relationship with. They just have to be up and up. They just have to be, what you see is what you get. Like, I don't want to talk to somebody, and they tell me what I want to hear, and then they go back and either talk trash or not the people they say they are. They don't represent themselves. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And there's a couple of vendors like that I'm just like, you know what? I just like you. I just like you. I don't really care about your product. I just like you. Yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, I think the legs are on their way. He would laugh at this. So, it takes a while to get your product made and then sent out to you, this furniture. And he's like, it's on its way. I'm like, sweet. Maybe I'll use it on Friday. And this was it last Friday or a week ago? No, 2 weeks, a week and a half. Friday. Yeah, two Fridays ago. So I was going to use it on Friday, but then by the time it got here, I had to get to my party. That was the one where I posted on the fact that I was using the Bose system inside and then the LD 28s G3s outside to do this kind of a surround sound for the venue I was at. I was going to use the furniture for that because I already knew the building and what it was going to look like. Just ran out of time. Okay, it happens. So on, I think it's either Tuesday or Wednesday, and the furniture was literally sitting outside my house for a week. I live in a really, really safe neighborhood, and the stuff's heavy, so nobody's trying to pick up big ass heavy stuff. So I finally loaded it into my truck. I go to my office and I go to start to assemble it. I'm like, I got my camera. I'm going to shoot some kind of open boxing, which is open boxing doesn't really make any sense in all honesty for this because it's just a box in itself. But I was going to show them how to assemble it and all that stuff. And I open up one box. It's got the top in it. Cool, great. It's white. I ordered the white one. And then I open up the bottom one and the legs are black. So I text Danny. I'm like, hey, is this the way it's supposed to look? I don't recall ordering a, two-tone. And you're like, oh, so what happened was they actually had two people that they were sending out the product to, I guess in California, and one wanted all black, one wanted all white, me. And they ended up switching. So he got my white legs and I got his black legs. So I get another piece coming probably by the end of next week is my guess. Maybe this week. He said they're already being shipped. So yeah, one more week. Now, what I've already said about the furniture, and I talked to a couple of people, and they actually had some good ideas. So my issue was I did not want to use the furniture every single weekend. I think that's a paid upgrade. And I know that there's certain people like Justin the DJ and stuff that uses them every weekend. He probably has it built into his contracts that he's supplying this, and that's why he's X amount of dollars. That's my guess. The same thing with with Nick Spinelli. We don't have that in ours. Our contracts are a certain amount. So that's an upgrade fee. So I don't want to have the furniture being going out every weekend and then people not paying the upgrade fee. Or unless I want to do it. That's one issue. Another issue for me, and I'm only speaking for myself, not for anybody else. I'm a big lover of the Rev 7, as you guys know, and it fits. Two things. It fits in the case, but barely fits in the case. And it's not the sides of the Rev 7 because he sent me a slip for that. The problem is the knobs in front. The knobs in front, the way the case is kind of broken out in the front and everything. The knobs literally sits like right behind the brackets, so to speak. So you have to do more. Now, I'm not on the knobs too much, to be honest with you. So it's probably fine, but that's going to be an issue. Also, as I just said, weight's an issue, having to carry that. And then the third issue is, since I'm not going to be using the furniture every single event, that means that if I put my Rev 7 in there, I'm going to be without my Rev 7. So I would rather have something in there that I use sparingly than something that I use every week. So that's my issue. Okay. Jay Styles Sounds had to join from his laptop. I don't see the join button on my iPad. I didn't even look on my iPad, to be honest with you. But thank you for joining, Jay Styles Sounds. Appreciate you. Shanster in the building. What is going on? That's my guy from overseas. Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. All right, let's answer some questions. Cold World says QSC subs suck so much power out of circuits. So this is what I know about my QSCs. I haven't really had this problem with, I didn't have this problem with the 818s. I had the problem with the 828 because it's power hungry. I've shut off some circuits with the 828 before. What I know is the QSCs do take a lot of power. So I can't run my QSCs, and there are two things that I can't do. So I have some Furman surge protectors that have always been totally reliable, right? And there are two things that I can't do with this system. First off, I can't run my subs into the Furman. If I do that, it's going to pop the circuit. The circuit's just going to overload, and I'm going to be resetting it all night long. Happened to me. Learned that the hard way with my QSCs. Two, the other thing I can't do, I can't run the Bose in cardioid mode going into the surge protector too. Because the moment it goes, I can run my Bose. This is what's funny about this. I can run my Bose L32s, the sub tubes. I can run those directly into the one power surge protector, right? Don't have any problems. Won't turn off. As soon as I put it in cardioid mode, and now I only have one plug going out, that power draw is so intense that it will switch off my circuit. So I can't do that. But if I run it into the wall, no problem. It's the circuit that's the issue. It's the surge protector. So I can't do that with my QSCs or that. So I run the QSCs at most of the time directly into the wall. I can't count on it. I can't count on it. And I'm not having, the thing pop off all the time. Dustin Master says, get a second Rev 7. It's not the Rev 7. It's not the second Rev 7 because I could get a Rev 7 right now. That's not the issue because I've been looking at that gold Rev 7 from Guitar Center a lot. It's not the actual Rev 7. It's the weight of the Rev 7. That's my issue. That's the only issue. The weight of the Rev 7. So we'll work through it. Okay. All right, let me go back up here. Terry White with the super chat. Thank you so much, fam. I appreciate you. Anybody with a name like Terry has got to be a good guy. Okay, let me go back up here. RX3 from California. Thanks for hanging out today. All right, glad to see. Okay, I'm got up there. Same circuit. Please don't. DJ Scowl. Please don't change the time schedule of your vlog. I'm in France. It's perfect. Is it possible to cast a resume on the vlog because it's too long? That sounds like a personal problem. I don't know. The people that watch my show don't have a problem with it being so long. Maybe you should work out a little bit. Maybe you're a vlog virgin. No, but in serious, yeah, you can always come back to it. Always. If you go back to the show or to my channel and then you click on live, all of my old podcasts are there. So to clarify, this one isn't going anywhere. This is Thursday at 10 a.m. Whatever time you're in. That's the time for this show. I'm referring to the next show, the second show, which is going to be all the interviews. I'm not going to have the interviews on here. I tried that before and I hated it because people come to this channel, to this particular show for the tech and for whatever BS I'm on a Thursday morning. But the podcast, the interviews, they're structured. So there's not a lot of time for questions. So I want to have that on a completely different channel. Okay. All right, DJ Scout, by the way, what's your DJ booth at the moment? Well, as I said, I will be doing the furniture, but right now I'm using a facade. Standard dragon board facade, and a flex stand. Why can't I think of the name of the stand that I use all the time? I can't think of the name right now. There's another pseudo sponsorship coming out in the next week or so, hopefully, if I can have time. If he's watching this right now, I hope he knows I'm not trying to avoid him. I'm just swamped. Fast set. I use fast set table. So fast set table, Rev, facade. That's about it. So it works. There's nothing wrong with facades. I want to clarify here. Everybody's on the furniture. Well, there are some people that have been like, if you don't have furniture, then you're not getting booked. Okay, that's a load of crap. But furniture does serve a purpose and it does look clean, and I get it. But so does a facade. The facade's not dead yet. From what I've been seeing, which is funny, it seems like we are literally going in a circle. We're back to like the Odyssey stands, the one piece that kind of open up. Remember when you used to have your coffin and then you'd open up the top case and then it would turn into legs and then you put it on. That's what furniture is. That's essentially what furniture is. It's just it's a better looking version. That's it. All of these things that we're doing, this isn't new tech or new thoughts. This is literally just us coming back around again. We're getting heavier. And I don't know if I like it. Everything's getting heavy. Everything's getting heavy again. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Okay. All right. Don Rafa, hey, I asked you before, you just didn't get it. What was the best compliment that you ever received for an event you DJ'd? Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I'm not no flex at all. But like I get compliments all the time. Didn't want to do that. So I don't really think about it as far as like, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. That's not something that like I'm kind of a modest individual, so compliments don't really work on me. I literally just say, thank you, I appreciate that, and I just keep it moving. So I am not the one to really think about it. I had one from a kid. So we did this bar mitzvah. This was maybe, I don't know, like 10 years ago or yeah, about 10 years ago. We did a bar mitzvah, and obviously bar mitzvahs, you know, the kids are 12, 13, 14 years old. Like that's just normal. And the brother, the son, you know, the bar mitzvah, the guy, had a little brother. Little brother was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. And the photographer and I were friends. So after the party was great. The photographer like goes back to their house to kind of show them the book and drop it off and blah, blah, blah. And he's talking to the family, and the kid comes up, and the little 8-year-old kid, and he's like, hey, did you see that DJ that was on the party? And he's like, yeah, it's a friend of mine. He goes, oh my God, he was so amazing. He was so amazing. I drew him a picture. And he drew me a picture. I have to find it because it was before we moved. He drew me a picture. It was like best DJ ever, and gave it to my photographer friend. That's the best one I've gotten, in all honesty. At least that's the one that I remember. Fast forward to today, not related to that story, but we did a party in Orange County once, and I actually posted this on my IG when it happened, because he comes up, excuse me, he comes up and says, oh my God, I just want to let you know, you're one of the best DJs I've seen. A lot of people, you know, DJ, but the way you interweave music throughout, he's like, that's what being a DJ is. I recorded him and I posted it, right? We get to this weekend, and the client had sent me, you know, a rather large playlist. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And we're outside during cocktail, and the guy that was at the Orange County party, he was there. He was at the party. I'm like, oh, I like, do you remember me? I'm like, of course I remember you. You said all those nice things about me. And he's like, yeah, I still meant it. I meant it. I'm the one that referred you to this party. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You know, we're talking. And he's just like, hey man, I know that they sent you a playlist. Just do your thing. Don't you worry about anything. You know what you're doing. You just do your party. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. You're not the client, so I'm listening to you, but not really listening to you. So I'm talking to mom, and we're going through kind of like the pre setup here. And the parents are divorced. They didn't put that in any of their stuff, which was annoying to me. Parents are divorced. So I automatically, when I hear parents are divorced, and the way that they were kind of speaking, the way she was talking about it, all these things led me to believe that there was like a little bit of animosity there. So I don't mess around with anything like that. If you tell me you're divorced, I'm going to flat out ask you. Do I need to be concerned about anything? Are we good as a family? Everybody's looking, you know, doing this party in the best interest of the bar or bat mitzvah. We're good, right? We're not going to have any blow ups. I need to know this before I start. And then they're like, no, we're good. Everything's fine. You know, she's like, today, you know, who knows what it'll be in the next couple of weeks, but today we're fine. I'm like, okay, cool. So talking to mom, and I'm like, so do you guys have any significant others? I met dad's girlfriend. Is there somebody? She goes, oh yeah, he's right here. Honey, come over. It's the dude that referred us. That's her boyfriend. full circle. Yeah, and that's when he was like, don't listen to her playlist. You do what you do. I'm like, okay, now I can believe you. Now I can do what I do. So anyway, so yeah, I do remember stuff, but like, yeah, I just kind of put it out of the brain. I mean, as DJs, we are supposed to get compliments. If you're doing your job correctly, you're going to get compliments. If you're not getting compliments, I don't know, man. I feel like you might want to look into that, in all honesty, because I mean, where there are compliments, there are referrals. Where there are referrals, there are new bookings. And if people just think, yeah, he was adequate, I think you're leaving a lot on the table, in all honesty. You should be striving for compliments, in my book. Okay. Let's see. Philip Diaz. I didn't see the need to upgrade from my SRT. However, I would like to get a Rain 4. Well, Rain 4s are great. If, the only problem with the Rain 4, the only problem is it is a big ass board. It's not heavy, but it's a big board. Like, that Rain 4 won't fit in any Danny Max equipment. It might fit in the turntable case. And if you saw that case, I want nothing to do with it personally, but I know to each their own. There are people that rock that case all the time. I could not. I only have a truck. I mean, it feels like I need like a cargo van for that case. Okay. We need to know if the sound card of the Flex 10 sounds pro, like the NXS. The Nexus, before you buy it. Why are you comparing the Flex 10 to the Nexus? They're completely different boards. Like completely different boards. If you use the 1000, the 1000 had a good sound. It's definitely usable. And I would say that the Flex 10 sounds better than the 1000. So I think you're still in a good position. Yeah, we've moved on from the Nexus, man. There's a lot more stuff out there. I mean, nowadays, all the controllers are either on par or better than the Nexus mixers. I just got word at least another 3 months before my Rev 7 will be prepared. The only thing I can think of, DJ Farns, is that wherever you took it to, whatever authorized dealer is not in the top tier, because the Rev 7s we've brought in, we brought in one Rev 7, my partners. He had it fixed in like, I don't know, a month, maybe 6 weeks. So I don't know. Maybe I assume you probably mailed it in, didn't drive it in. Like, it's not like a local person, but maybe call around. But I mean, 3 months? That's going to take you right through summer. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It just sucks. Jay Styles, I like that the new Hercules controller, except for the fact that it doesn't appear to have a booth out. There is no booth out. There are never any booth outs for the, I think like 700 and below, typically speaking. They'll have an aux out, and they'll have a master aux and a master XLR, or quarter inch. That's just standard for the price range. You're probably fine, in all honesty. I use my booth out, but I also use my split cue, and I also just use my ears. Not having a booth is not the end of the world, in my opinion. Philip Tan in the building. What is going on, fam? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I mean, especially since I've been going in-ears now, I've been rocking. I've been with in-ears. I was originally rocking the Shure 535s, and then I moved over when I stepped on one of my Shures, because there was only one. I stepped on one of my Shures, and I moved over to the Mackies, and then I just recently moved over to the Ultimate Ears, and I'm rocking the Ultimate Ears 11s. And I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy with them. Yes. Are they expensive? Absolutely. But kind of changed my world. I would never, for the most part, use split Q in any other situation. I've been rocking split Q now with the Ultimate Ears. you know. So anyway, I'm gonna do a video on them. But I'm not gonna do what Mojax did. You know, he did a full on comparison with like 6 different in-ears. I kind of feel like, hold on, I'm hearing my doorbell. Let me make sure. I'm kind of feeling like, okay. I'm kind of feeling like it would be too close to the same. I know nobody cares. I honestly know that, but I don't know. It just feels like I'm copying, even though I'm not, if that makes sense. I get it. It's just me. It's a me thing. It's not like in this day and age, people copy everything. You do a reel, somebody likes it. Either they take it from you completely and repost it, which is a thing. It's kind of annoying. Either they repost it or they just take what your idea and they just remake it. That's just as annoying. But the repost is more annoying. Now, I think I don't think we've been establishing enough etiquette for when you repost somebody's content. Okay. But my rule is if I post something like the last post I did, currently the last post I did is actually doing really, really well. And, hold on, let me see here. Manage. Where's it at? Where's my manage? Okay. Not manage. Insights. Okay. So this video right now, I posted this video at 5 o'clock yesterday. This video has had over 11,000 views, 867 likes, 330 shares, and 39 bookmarks. So it's a good video, right? Like the reel's taken off. It's going to do very well. This is just the start. It's going to end up doing great. Okay. Establish that. Here's my rule. Okay. If I post a video and it's doing well, first off, any video you post you shouldn't repost that video for at least, I think 48 hours. 24 hours is too close. I think 48 hours, 2 days before you repost somebody's content. You know, if it's old, yeah, repost it, whatever. But I've had people, and I've talked to other DJs that are big in the reel scene, and they feel the same way. Like we've had people, we've posted something and people take your post and repost it that same day. That's just a big FU. That is a big FU. That is messed up, you know, and if anything pisses us off, it's that. You know, give us some time in between your reposts. You want to kind of retweet it and forward it, share it, fine. But to take it and then make it yours, and then all the people are traveling to your channel, that's just jacked up. You know, we spend all this time creating, and the word is creating, you know, something that we feel that people are either going to love, laugh, be informed. And then you just take it like that's just jacked up. You know, it's just jacked up. I know the world has become this whole sharing thing and that's all the things, but like I still think there's etiquette. I still believe it. Okay. Statement New York says we don't know how many units they made for this Flex 10. They could have made 100 and said it's sold out. My local store says they only received 5 units. Well, your local store doesn't mean that it represents every store. And the reality of it is certain stores will get precedent. So, you know, your what's the big one? Your Sweetwaters, you know, your Guitar Centers, you know, look, here's a fact. Okay. There are available Guitar Center Rev 7s when there were no available Rev 7s anywhere else. You know, they put them in the hands of people that are going to sell them, you know, so, and they have to make their people happy. So who knows how many they made? I doubt it was 100. I'm sure they made more than that, but in general, because it's not like they're really like it's not like a brand new build. I mean, It shouldn't be that difficult. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I do believe that September is a long time. I don't think it's going to go till September. I hope not. We'll see though. Okay. Cold cut. I've been a DJ for 30 plus years. It's funny how the DJ culture has come full circle. Yep, exactly. Blue Collar Bandit says you'll take a Flex 10 over the Ref 7. Damn it, Blue Collar Bandit. That is not what I said. What is this? What is this? A political conference? Oh man. Oh. What do you think of babies getting free formula? Well, I think that, the parents, if they have the means, should get the formula on their own. So you're saying you don't like babies? That is not what I said. That is not what I said. I said size-wise, the Flex 10 makes more sense in furniture, is what I said. But everywhere else, I bring my Ref 7. And and again, it might end up being a Rev 7 in there. I might just keep using the 1000. I'm just like, I don't want to use it. It's not about it being bad or anything like that. I just maybe don't want to use it. I like the fact that like my stem buttons are up top, which is why I was talking about the Flex 10 because of the dedicated stem buttons, the jogs are the 1000 jogs. We know the jogs, but moving platters are a good time. They're a good time. Geez, when it's all said and done, and like I said, I have a Rain 1 there too. I just can't get with the Serato effects. When it's all said and done, if I'm gonna do something like that with Serato effects, I might end up with the Hercules in there. Who knows? I know the Hercules is light, and it's something that I don't have to use all the time. But when I want to use it, it might be the Hercules. Who knows? We're not there yet. We are not there yet. Okay. All right. Webcast podcast producer at an investment bank. That's amazing. That's amazing. Justin says, how early do you or your DJs meet with their couples to discuss wedding plans? I prefer 1 month, but at times that's too early. 1 month to me is not too early. I have found doing a crap ton of events, period, that most of the time, most clients, if you haven't had contact with them, let's say they book a year out, okay? 1 or 2 years out. If you haven't had contact with them, usually around the 3-month mark, they start emailing. Hey, when are we going to talk about the party? Hey, I got some questions, blah, blah, blah. So I start all of my conversations at the 3-month period. Now, we have automations in our system. So the first one is like, hey, just checking in, make sure that you're at the place you said you're going to be at still, and just making sure that your RSVP count is what you said. That's the 3rd month. The 2nd month is, hey, let's just get all the details for your event so we can start working on your schedule. The 3rd month for us is all music, because when it's all said and done, that's all they care about. They just care about the music, So we leave that to the 3rd one, and that's typically when we do our meeting, sometime in the month of their event. But I can't go all the way up to a month without talking to my clients. They will freak out, absolutely freak out. So hey, your mileage may vary. DJ TMO, what did you think of the Hercules with moving platters? I think I already talked about that. I think it's good. We'll see. All right. I don't know if they're, I don't know. Cole World says, I don't know if I'm getting the Rev or the Flex. I get that. Hey, I mean, there are worse choices to have out there. What happened to your Rev 7 that you had to have it prepared? Universal problem or user error? Somebody dropped a drink on the case. So we had to get it fixed. So, kind of user error. Okay. Stevie Ray, thank you for the compliment. Appreciate you. DJ Blue Silver, I moved from the Audio Technicas to the IEM, so much more comfortable, and I cannot hear if anybody wants a request. So that's actually a funny thing. Hold on, let me show you my things. Like I said, I'm still gonna do a video, but let me just show you this. Hold on. I've updated some stuff here.
I am really excited about moving forward with our party. Yeah, I'm excited too. It should be a really good party. Just got a couple more questions before I sign the contract. So if you don't mind, let me just get out my questions here. One, what kind of lighting do you use? Specifically, do you use Chauvet? Yeah, I have a whole bunch of Chauvet lights, but I have a lot of other ones. There's a lot of good companies out there. Okay. Do you use RCF speakers? No, I use JBL and QSC, depending on the size of your party, but they're all good speakers. Last question, the most important question I have. Do you mix in key? Do I mix in key? Well, I mean, I've been DJing. I was at a party once and the DJ played a transition that was completely out of key. I could not unhear it, ruined my whole night. Can I see your Serato mixed in key playlist, please?
So, Simeon says you need watermarks. Why do I need watermarks? That doesn't solve anything. You get what I'm saying? Look, here are the facts. And we know we're talking about reels. Your watermarks do absolutely nothing because somebody's going to see it on there. And even if they're like, oh, took this from this one, why would they go to your channel? They're looking at your content here. So unless I see more content from you to kind of push them over to, you know, following you, it's just, it's theft. Now, again, we all do it. We all repost stuff. I think something's cool, but I never repost usually the things I repost are like months old. So, I think Instagram has to do a better job of allowing posts, not the collabs, because sometimes the people don't want to collab with you. Why would they want to collab with you? It's just going to repost what they've already posted on your channel. Instagram needs to find a way to allow you to repost it, but yet everything still falls back on them. You know, they really should do that. So, here are my ultimate ears. Just got them. It's got my name on them, and I love the font. It's a great font. I think this is the same font if you get your 100,000, which I'm still a ways away from, 100,000 YouTube subscribers. That's the same font they use. So what I like about these, and this is a new thing, and I think it's an option because I have the little piece in here. All right, let's see here. This is going to be tough. All right. Come on. Find yourself. All right, here we go. So this is my in-ear, okay? And you see this little hole right there? That little hole? Well, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. Now, most in-ears do not have that hole, okay? So, and I got the little pieces in this thing right here, okay? Now, what the hole does is it allows for sound, a small amount of sound to come into your in-ears. So that means that unlike some, when you put your in-ears in, you're blocked. You're dead. You don't hear anything, right? Besides what's playing through the things. I can still hear people with my in-ears on. They're low, but I can hear them. So that's one of the game changers for me with in-ears, which is why I don't have a problem wearing them pretty much all the time now. So very happy with these guys. Very happy. Not cheap, but there's a reason that they sell like they do. And they're custom for my ears only, so nobody's going to take them and wear them because they won't fit. Okay. All right, let's see here. By the way, all the things that you're seeing, if you like them, again, I post to TikTok and IG all of my comedy reels, always typically related to DJing. So I would suggest making sure that you guys are following me on IG because that's gonna That's gonna do it. DJ360 says, "What's a good laptop for stems? Anything with a good graphics card, and if you're on a Mac, anything M1 or higher." Okay. Well, Simeon, you're not the real world. Unfortunately, you would follow. If I saw something that was cool, I would potentially go look, but that's not the norm. That's not the reality of people. I've had videos get reposted and not anything. I've looked at, like, you can see your analytics. Nothing has changed. Meanwhile, they are doing, 60,000 views to my 20,000 views because they're a bigger channel, and I'm the only one getting screwed by it. So doesn't always work. Does not always work. Now, if they do a collab, which they really should do, like some of these big channels should do a collab. It should not be a steal. You don't need it. It's not about you. You're just the hub, so to speak. So you should be doing a collab with every single person that you repost, in my opinion. I know that one person that's really good at it is Rob Ryan. He does DJ drops. He does a lot of collabs with people because he understands that, once you start getting product, once you start getting reels and, your artistry copied or reposted, it just sucks. It kind of makes you not want to do it, in all honesty. Like, it makes you want to stop. So, so collabs work. Okay. Andy says, my Rev 7 faceplate was lifting and Pioneer's telling me that the part will be available in September. Oh, okay. That's different. I get that. I thought we were talking about like truly mechanical issues. I'm not going to, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world that the faceplate is lifting, as long as your product still works. DJJ Tech in the building. What's going on? Kings and Queens says, waiting for June 23, Apple WWDC, so we can get the new MacBook Air M2. Yeah. In all honesty, the reality of Apple is they made a product that was too good. Now, I know that there is a 15-inch MacBook Air coming out. So a lot of people are interested in that. Fine. That makes sense. But for anybody else that's looking at like a MacBook Pro or the original, 10-inch MacBook Air, there's absolutely no reason to upgrade to the M2. The M1 is so good. They could have waited 3-4 years before they came out with another model. They are trying to make the MacBook like the iPhone, and people don't buy computers like that. They had no choice but to make the M1 chip amazing because nobody believed that an ARM processor, that's the chips that are found in most people's phones, that an ARM processor could actually be as good as like your standard, 86s. So they had to put everything out there. But now they're in a situation that the M2 is good, it's better, but not that much better. So if you're on an M1, there's no reason to upgrade. I have my MacBook Pro M1 with the 10 core, and I honestly will not be upgrading for a long time. The only reason why I'd upgrade my MacBook Pro 14, one reason only. If they told me that it had the same battery capacity or battery life as the 16, because the 16 on a full charge, I just didn't want the size of the 16. On a full charge, you can DJ for 10 hours. DJ for like 10 hours. Like, you don't have to bring your plug to any event. You're fine. I can get 4 hours of straight DJing out of my MacBook Pro 14. If they made one that gave me twice as much, I would 100% upgrade. That is the only reason that I would upgrade. I do 4K video editing. No problem whatsoever. I do all my processing. I run everything through here. I got my HDMI. I got my SD card. There's no reason for me to upgrade. No reason. I do like how the M2 being available pushes down the price of the M1. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So when anybody ever asks me, what should I buy? Should I buy the M1 or should I buy the M2? I'm like, go to the Reverb side and get yourself an M1 and save a lot of money for the same product. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Okay. I know somebody asked me up top. I just remembered it. They asked me, what did they ask me? Oh, I think they were rocking the either SX or the SZ, which in my opinion are the same product. Just the SZ is just like daddy SX. What should you move to? This is not a question that I can answer because I know people that love capacitive jogs. So if you love capacitive jogs, if you're not a moving platter person, then you go with like the SX, or you go with the RX3, or if you're rocking an SZ, you could even in theory go with the Opus. Like there's a lot of options for you. There's a lot of options. I just don't personally know what works for you. I can't tell you what to buy. You have to. You have to know a little bit about yourself in order for me to determine. M1 pad just as good for anyone using algorithm. I don't disagree. I have an M1 Pro, iPad Pro. That works just fine. Works even on my Rev 7, which I'm very happy with. The only issue I have for me specifically, one issue is I cannot get my music over to the computer easily, to the iPad. So, and I don't feel comfortable streaming everything. I like it as an option, but if I'm doing a wedding or a bar mitzvah and something is important, I can't. I can't. Absolutely can't. So the only way to get music into your iPad is to transfer it from within Apple Music. And the Apple Music thing is kind of a nightmare. Getting your music, getting your playlist in there. There are several companies. I know Mixmaster GNL, in his suite of apps does that. Lexicon does that. I don't know. Every time I try, it just seems like more work. And if it's more work, then I don't want to do it. I need my stuff to be like seamless in order for me to use it. And I'm not there yet. Not there yet. Okay. I can only DJ 1 hour on my MacBook Pro 17. I remember that. Those Intels, man, those things were cooking. So I totally understand. Not me. Okay, hold on. Chuck Madness says the platters in the DDJ 1000 model seem a bit laggy when scratching. I think it's just you getting used to it. Because I don't have a problem with it. Look at people like DJ Dynamics. That man made the 1000 seem like turntables. Never seen that. DJ Matt Ames says, I found out putting the folders in the cloud and then opening the file app and downloading everything. That is definitely an option. And that may be an option I go to. I just, I don't know. It's still, I am not done cleaning up my folders yet. And it drives me nuts to have to throw everything up in the cloud. And I know it's not clean. It would drive me crazy. So, but yes, that's an option. We'll see. Especially when the new iPhones come out with USB-C, it's gonna change everything. It's gonna change everything. Everything. Okay. What time is it? 11:32. All right. I'm sure I missed some questions here. For DJs that haven't migrated from DJ, okay, I answered that one. I've reformatted my 2019 MacBook Pro and Serato's never ran so smooth. Serato runs pretty much very smooth for me. And even so, yeah, I did the same thing because I came from, remember, I had my MacBook Pro i9 16, and then it started overheating on parties. So I moved over to the PC and I had to move everything over there. It was a whole thing. And then when I got the M1 Pro, I had to do the same thing. And I started the M1 Pro from scratch. Still haven't updated to the new operating system. I'm still rocking, what am I rocking? I am rocking Monterey. Monterey. So I haven't updated. I still want to, because there's a couple of things that that the new OS does, but it's been fine. It's been fine. Is a standalone DJ controller that has on is Simeon says, is there a standalone DJ controller that has onboard sampler? Not at this time. Okay, moving on. Is that the new Rodecaster behind you? Yes, it is. Rodecaster Pro right here. It's a good device. I like the size. Sound is good now that I've tweaked the hell out of it. It looks pretty. Lots and lots of lights. There are a couple of boards on the horizon that are really, really good too. And I still like the mix track from Tascam. The mix cast. I still think I use that one on my desk, and I love it. Like I said before, the one thing that I love about it, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. There's no headphone jack on the front here. That's a problem. The Mixcast has a headphone jack, and because it has a headphone jack, when I'm conducting meetings and interviews and things like that, I can take my in-ear and plug it right here. I don't have that option on here, so I have to run this stupid adapter to do it because there's no volume. I know it seems silly, but it's a kind of a big deal, especially if you don't have one of those. And now you're telling me I got to go out quarter inch? I got to go out quarter inch? Really? That shouldn't be the case. You shouldn't have to go out quarter inch nowadays. Okay. DJ Blue Silver, UE custom molder to your ears. The hole is a good feature. Can you supply me the model? Yeah, these are the 11s. They're the four speaker system. I mean, they go from 2 all the way up to that. Their newest ones, I think, have 21 armatures. 21 drivers is ridiculous. Now, if you are, they had them at the what do you call it? NAMM. They had a booth, and like Stevie Wonder was there, and Jazzy Jeff was there, and they're in there, and they're like, oh my god, I can hear everything. I can hear these things that I never heard before, and yada yada yada. If you're that person, yes, get the 21 drivers. If you were that, I was gonna say pedophile, audiophile, get that one. But if not, if you're a DJ, I don't think any DJ should be rocking something like that. You need good bass, you need good highs. Like, that's really it. The 2, I don't think is enough, in my opinion. I think you should at least go 3, and I think the 4 is the sweet spot. But they go up to, they have some 8s and some 12s and 18s. I don't need all that. I just think you're paying money for no reason. Okay. All right. I just made smart live crates for all 12 keys. Each goes up 1 note per each key. Nobody cares about mixing in key. That's exactly true. That's exactly true. I do have I have a video coming out because very simple. I have 3 songs that I do transitions with that are not in key. Okay, this isn't like Love is a Battlefield, Jay-Z. It's not like that. But the songs are close enough. So what I did was I went back into Serato when people were like, mixed in key, you have to mix in key. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe my brain. I'm very critical of myself. And if I can make something better, I'll make it better. So I went back in and I started to test the situation, right? So it's like, if you just, because one person was like, well, it's almost there. If you just knock it up like one semitone, then it would be perfect, right? So I go in there and I start using these practices. First, I start with the acapella, okay, the stem acapella that I have that's going over the beat. Okay, let's knock this up. Let's knock this up to, two semitones. And I do that, and all of a sudden, the singer sounds artificial. She sounds fake. It's more obvious to me that there's something wrong with the song than there is that it's in key. All right, so fine. The acapella didn't work. Let's drop the semitones on the instrumental. Now it sounds weirdly slow and phased, and that doesn't work. But close enough works just fine. And in DJing, that's what we do. We do close enough. We don't do perfection. Why? Because perfection is impossible as a DJ. It is impossible to be perfect. I don't know why people don't understand this. If I'm DJing live, there are so many mistakes I'm making. Like if I'm DJing at a nightclub, so many mistakes. Now, to the average person, even to the quality DJ, a lot of these mistakes are subtle. Nothing to pop up. I'm not like I'm not like crashing the transitions together. It's not that. But there are mistakes the entire night. The difference is I'm good enough to where those mistakes are not obvious to everybody. They're obvious to me. You ever work on your house? Ever paint a wall or put a floor into your house? You ever look at your floor like, this thing looks like crap? I can't believe I even did this. And then the other people walking in like, oh my God, this is beautiful. You did such a great job. You're like, yeah, except for that part. You're like, what part? Exactly. So this is the same thing that we deal with when we DJ. People don't hear perfection. They hear artistry. They hear uniqueness. All of those things are the things that they're listening for. So if I drop a track, and it's slightly off key, and nobody's hearing that. I guarantee you that if somebody dropped a Love is a Battlefield public service announcement, even being off key, and I took those two songs, by the way, they can't be in key. If I played that song at a club, like a cougar club, I guarantee you, not only are people singing that song, but when the drop comes in, they are going crazy. Now, the one thing I will say about that one song is I personally would have not left the intro loop for so long because that caused more problems. Nothing wrong with the transition. The loop was too long. So it brought out all of the issues with it. You do those things fast. Or if you saw my video on Incomprehendido and Better Off Alone, there are ways to get around that. Either just cut the bass line out for that one little part where it's off key, because there are parts of that Love is a Battlefield that are actually on key. So that's what he was hearing, that part that's on key. But the problem is when the notes on the piano dropped, those weren't in key. Remove them. Just remove them. They have a little echo, so the singer has a little more gravitas. Like, there are ways around it. Basically, what I'm saying is that there are too many armchair DJs out there. Too many. Okay. All right. DJJ Tech says, what are your thoughts on the Chevet ILS command? Do you watch my videos, people? I haven't even been posting a lot of videos, so I'm pretty sure that the last video I posted, or the one right before last video, is the ILS command video. You guys are trying to piss me off.
All right, what is going on, everybody? It's your man, Cleveland Terry. We are at the Chevet booth, and we are checking out some of the new stuff that they have. First off, I got to talk about this guy right here. You know what this is? This is the Gig Bar case. It is a hard case. Hard case. Go ahead, open it up. Open it up. Oh. It is about damn time. About damn time. Also, I want to show you something else because I'm shocked. Remember in my video last time, guys, I talked about the fact that the Gig Bar Move was cool with the ILS, but it needed its own controller. If I didn't want to rock the Gig Bar, like maybe I just wanted to rock some totems. Guess what? Bam! Bam! ILS command. This is exactly what Chevet needed. Exactly.
Let's see. Chucky Madness says platters feel like toys. To each his own. I like the SZ, which are platters. Rain 1 or the NS7 and turntables. Okay. You're absolutely right. To each their own, because I have used all of them. And I don't even know how you compare an SZ and a Rain 1. If you think that the Rev 7 platters, I assume you're talking about the Rev 7, feels like a toy. I'm a little confused at that. But again, hey, it's your money. You buy what you want and what feels comfortable for you. I personally can't stand the SZ. I don't like capacitive platters like that. So yeah. Okay. All right, let's see here. I found that people generally don't care about mix between songs, but I found that people generally don't care about mix between songs, but they do care. Chucky Madness, I'm going to reread that. I found that people generally don't care about mix in key between songs, but they do care. Either they do or they don't. I mean, that's facts. Either they do or they don't. So which one is it? Now, doing blends, acapellas, and instrumentals all over the place can sound like a train wreck. Like I said, I think you're listening, and look, and Chucky, I'm not coming after you directly, okay? Because this is a DJ thing. DJs need to realize that we are not the norm, okay? And normal people, not people that DJ, not people that are, in production. I'm talking about just like regular people. Do not care. Do not care. I have never heard one person in my 30 years of DJing. I've never had one person ever come up to me and say, hey, you know what? If you had just mixed that one song in key, the party would have been perfect. Not one time. Not one time. So, again, we're the people, we're the DJs, we're the people that go to weddings and stuff or go to parties and can't just sit there and enjoy the party because all we hear is every mistake that the DJ that's on is making. Like, that's us, okay? We are critical. We are hypercritical of our industry. So I get it. I completely understand. But that is not the norm. That is absolutely not the norm. It really isn't. I mean, if we really were like that crazy, we wouldn't be playing, XXX, we wouldn't be playing, Look at Me. We wouldn't be playing, Mo Bamba. We wouldn't be playing all these tracks that have trash mixdowns. Absolutely trash. We wouldn't be doing that if people cared so much. That's the kind of stuff that people would be like, oh my God, no. That sounds like crap. Don't play that. But people are playing YouTube rips and people are fine with it. 96 kilobits YouTube rips. And people are like, sounds good to me. So we're not the norm. We have to stop acting like we are. People are the first. I don't know. It feels like sometimes I feel like I'm blessed with the ability to see both sides, because I think DJs in general not you, okay? That's why I said in general, are just hypersensitive about everything. Hypersensitive, hypercritical. And you know what the funny thing about most things? Again, I'm not talking to you, Chucky. The funny thing is, every time I've ever gotten a criticism for a mix, for something that wasn't in key, or whatever, or a song choice that I used, and they're like, nah, bro, that ain't it. Every time I've ever seen that, I go to their page, I go to their Instagram, and they are basic at best. Most of the time, not very good, right? I don't say anything. I don't come back like, bro, I just saw your page, man. Who are you to tell me? I don't do that. I don't do that at all. But what I found is there's a lot of mediocre ass DJs trying to critique people that are far better than them, that are far more successful than them. That's just the reality. Everybody thinks they should be in your spot. You know how many times people tried to hate me for YouTube? Why are you getting this when I should be like, it's just the world, which is why it doesn't bother me like it used to, you know? And I've gone to really bad events with bad DJs, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't care. But you people that get enraged, like because I know there's a point to everywhere, you know? I mean, it's one thing if the DJ's like, you know, look, there is a window between every generation, right? So let's say you go to a party and that kid is 17 or 18 or 19, doing okay. You're like, he's young. He'll get there. Flip to the other side. Now that MC DJ is 60. He's old. He's a little out of touch. He's still a great MC though. He still has a really good voice on the microphone. He just needs better music selection. See, I'm qualifying, right? There's a very, very small window of like, you should be better than this. There's a very small window. I make excuses for everybody now because I know depending on what you might have been a doctor and decided, you know what? I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a DJ. And you just started learning and you went over to, you know, Beat Junkies Institute of Sound and you took their course for a year and now you're ready to DJ, but you're still not really ready because you don't have that experience. So I don't know where you are. So I'm not going to assume. Now, the only time I ever have issue is if like musically, song selection wise, you know, they book somebody that isn't good for that night for whatever reason. Pretty girl, you know, who you know. And then you walk in and you're like, this is trash and this could have been so much better. That's the difference. But if I walk in, pretty girl, who you know, person, and that floor is rocking, who am I to be like, well, you know, they were okay, but they played this song and I would have never played that song. Who plays that song anymore? It's like, were people dancing? Yes. Were people singing? Yes. Then shut the hell up. They're doing their job. Now, could you have done a different job? Absolutely. Not better, not worse, just different. That's it. Just different. All right. Soapbox. Off the soapbox now. Okay. Let's see where we're going. Also, let's see DJ Plug in the building. What's going on, fam? Let's see what my schedule is before I see where I am. Okay, 1:30 call. All right, first call's at 1:30. Okay, cool. So I can still get my workout in before I get on my call. Perfect. Mixed Master G in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. If you guys are looking for, you know, we talked about it earlier before Mixed Master was on, but if you're looking for ways to, you know, get your music into different applications, whether it be Serato or Rekordbox or Tractor, you know, all of these things, you need to look at Mixed Master G's suite of apps because they have been lifesavers. So check them out. Okay. And also, if you're looking for gear, DJ Plug, the DJ Plug, you know, small independent shop, that just does a great job. So check them out. Okay. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. What did I miss? Chucky Madness. I knew you were talking about the 1000. That's the first thing I brought up. I don't think their platters are toys. I think they feel a lot like the CDJ 2000s, maybe a little less durable and heavy feeling. But again, to each your own. You know, do you use CDJs? Because if you use CDJs, I don't know, the 1000s feel a lot like CDJs. Okay. Blue Silver, most people just want to hear great music and music that takes them back to a place in time. You will hear this quote, that's my jam. Exactly. Nah, it's not just a DJ thing. Okay, Chucky. You believe whatever you want to believe. Because I will say this. Just because you believe something and there are a certain group of people that you might come into contact with that feel the same way, that does not equate to everybody. Okay? This is what I'm saying. We take our circle and we take it. Okay. So I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy for a minute. What you are describing, Chucky, is called confirmation bias. Okay? You have a feeling about a certain thing. So other people that feel that certain way, you're going to gravitate to. You're going to hear that more than you hear the other thing. That's what confirmation bias is. And that's what this is. You're saying, no, other people do. Yes, I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying as a whole, as a big picture, billions of people, you know, in the world. I'm saying that as a whole, the average person does not care. That's what I'm saying. I can find arguments for every single thing I discuss, you know, but that would be confirmation bias. I'm generalizing. You know, you were getting specific. I'm generalizing. That's the only difference. And it's not fair to you because I'm the one with the microphone and you're not. So, you know, the discourse can be a little strange. But again, just to be clear, I'm not attacking you. Okay. I don't want you to walk off being like, well, Cleveland Terry is an asshole. No, I am providing information that you're saying that I know that other people are also potentially thinking. So I'm opening it up. Yeah. You are my proxy to the world. If that makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. And critical of their light show. Hey, Feta's in the building. What's going on? Yeah. You DJs and your light show hate. Oh, so much light show hate. Like, it's incredible how much light show hate you guys have. I don't care. Oh, you're going to use I would never use a gig bar. Oh, yeah. Movers only. Movers. I'm like, well, what they pay. Oh, you're just, you're not giving the client. I told you guys this. I had a long conversation with somebody before they got blocked about my stuff because people were looking at my Instagram and they were using that as their argument towards me. And this is why. When something happens on events, right? Or a mistake that I have made or something that went wrong, okay? If I find that it can help other DJs, I will post it. Now, the majority of DJs understand that I'm using this as an example of what not to do. Like, learn from me. Don't do this. That's why I'm doing it. Does that mean I do this all the time? No, but I know that a lot of times these things happen to people. So if something happens to me, I want to broadcast it to make people understand that, you know what, it's not just you. It happens to other people, even the best of us, right? But the people see these videos, and then they try to make it seem like I'm a bad DJ because I'm posting these problems. That's not why I'm posting them. And I don't post every party that I do. I only post things that I'm like, hey, you know what? this is a learning experience for somebody out there. So I had a person that spent a whole bunch of time talking mad trash, telling me how bad I was, telling me how about my setup and how they always bring all this extra stuff and they bring this and I'm not providing the client with enough for what they pay, and they're only this is the funniest thing. They're only hiring you and paying you those rates because you're popular. You're popular. That's the argument that was made. And anybody that knows me personally, not through YouTube, would understand that I had this company for 7-8 years before I even touched YouTube. Almost 10 years before I even touched YouTube. Most people that book me and my company have no idea that I even have a YouTube channel. You know, but again, people need to find a reason to kind of cut you down. So this is the argument that they come up with. And then again, the light show. And I'm just like, look, you get what you pay for, and nobody complains. And if nobody's complaining on your parties, who are you to tell them they're doing it wrong? Does that make sense? Like if a company's getting booked all the time and you're like, I don't know why they get booked so much. They don't really do anything different than I do. And their lighting is crap and their audio is crap, but they keep getting bookings, right? They keep getting bookings. That's a you problem, not a they problem. Absolutely a you problem. Instead of saying, well, they need to be more like me, maybe you should look and see what's causing their success instead of trying to blame people. I can clearly see when a company's doing well and why they're doing well. I don't need to cut somebody down. I can see it. Like I know. So the bottom line here is that you just gotta do what you do and worry about yourself. We worry about too many people. Too many people. Okay. Max XBL in the building. This is why I love when people are asking about the difference between 2 highs and DAX. Will an audience ever hear the difference? No. Will you hear it? Likely no, but you will convince yourself. Yes, exactly. You know, I mean, which has been my argument for any piece of equipment that's probably come out DDJ 1000 and higher. People are always like, well, what about the sound? You know, what about this? Oh, this one sounds so much better than this one. Nah, not really. It's a different color, but they're all good sounding. All the products now are good sounding. You know, that's the difference. They're all good sounding. It's just a matter of what you want in the color that you like. But there has been few and far between of like bad audio outs on controllers, and especially on mixers, in a long, long time. Long time. Okay. Oh, Chucky. But how do you know that you're doing the same thing? I'm not, because I don't make assumptions. I'm not assuming that everybody feels a certain way. I know that most people don't care because of the 30 years I've been DJing, because of the 500 parties every single year that I do, because of all the professional DJs that I know and see all the time. People don't care. Now, there are some audiophiles that will care. Again, that's outside the norm. Those are anomalies. That's not the average person. You know? Yeah. Metro says, do you think it's necessary to have hard shells on your laptops? Because I had them in the past, but they start looking dingy. You know, hard shells do protect your computer. Like for instance, if it does slide to the ground and hit the corner, if you have a hard shell on, you're going to prevent that from happening. So that is a thing. My hard shell is purely for looks. As you see, the bottom of here, I don't have a hard shell on the bottom. I just have it on here. Now, it actually made my case a little heavier. So that's an issue, but you don't need a hard shell. You really don't. But if you want to keep it pretty, and if it falls over or whatever, you have something on top, it scratches, this is going to protect it a little bit, you know. Okay. Philip 10, and I already said Philip 10. Prion Joni in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you guys are following Prion Joni. It's one of my Star Wars peers. He's the only Star Wars DJ on the planet. I feel like you should have far more subscribers just for that fact. In PJ, it should just be like people that just love Star Wars. I mean, if iJustine can do it, you know, why can't you? iJustine's actually pretty damn good at that lightsaber, by the way. Like, pretty impressive. Okay. Is today the 4th? This is how bad I am right now. This is how bad I am with like how busy I am. I totally forgot that this was the 4th. Totally forgot. I mean, I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan though. Did anything come out? Did anything happen? Did like Disney Plus release some new thing? What did I miss? Raymond formerly, that's funny. Can't do what PJ does. Yeah. Yeah. Chucky says, plug my old SR2 into a Yamaha mixer. I mean, and even when they were just okay, you know, anybody that's plugging it into a mixer can tweak it and make it sound better. I'll trademark CTPJ. we you know what? Okay, so for the reality is, in all honesty, PJ and I have been talking about collab for a long time. It's gonna happen, but the problem with specifically with PJ and PJ only is because, you know, he works for Pioneer, so he has extra steps that he has to take to get his content out. Like, I can just be like, oh, let me post this content, right or wrong, let me post it. He can't do that, so it has to be very, very specific. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's only a couple of people that I truly do want to do a collab with in general. PJ's one of them. I'd love to do a collab with Mojax. I got to work on that one. I know he's down. It's not even an issue. We just have to figure out, you know, what topic to make it on. Brian S. Red. No, I'm kidding. You know what? That was petty of me. That was really petty of me. I shouldn't have even brought his name up. There was no reason for that. He hasn't done anything to me. That's just petty. Oh, I'm petty. Is that a Doodle Bob on your laptop? You know what? I don't know. So I bought this case from Amazon. I just liked it. It looked cool. Take a look. It looks cool. It's got a little bit of everything. All the things that like kind of made me who I am. You know, obviously the Apple. You got some SpongeBob. You got Gmail, which I use. You got YouTube. You got the Starbucks. You know, a little bit of everything. Smurfs. Like, this is my childhood. That is my childhood. So, you know, I like it. And then I was like, oh, I'll get another case because I want to put my logo on it or whatever. And I just can't. I like the case too much. And I get compliments on the case left and right. Like I have gotten every case I've ever gotten, I've gotten compliments on. And everybody always complains. Again, my DJ friends complain, right? Like, my first case was flowers. Like, it was just, I saw it was sunflowers. I'm a big sunflower fan, love sunflowers. Saw the case, loved it, put it on. People were like, you have a flower case, bro? Like, yeah, I like it. All the DJs, bah. You know who loved it? Party planners. Party planners would design their rooms and be like, oh my God, that case is perfect for my room. Hey man, I'm setting my masculinity. I don't care. It could be a pink case for all I care. I got pink shoes. So what? Okay. Philip says, asked a question. Maui versus Evox 12s. I'm torn. And Lorenzo says, Maui hands down. I scratch all the time, Tim. I haven't put anything out. I have my Santon too, but I did not scratch every day. I did not have the time. I still don't have the time to scratch every single day. So it kind of was a resolution that just was, you know, for me, unattainable. Not for everybody else. Aaron, the DJ in the building, what's going on? This is what I will say about Maui. This is what I will say about the Maui G2 and G3 series. Okay. Because the biggest question that I get the biggest question is, what do you think about the Evox? How does this compare to the Evox 50? Like that question happens all the time. This is what I will say. I've heard the Evox. Okay, the Evox are good speakers. I've heard the Bose. I've heard the RCFs. All good speakers. In the LD. Even when I was at Harvest of Sound, I thought that the 44s, for a room, practically sounded better than all of them. The RCF sounded amazing. I'm not gonna lie. RCF sounds really good, but that RCF held its own. It sounded better than the Bose on, DSP turned on. So let me come back. Now, the Maui 28s that I have right now, sound amazing. Like, I'm really impressed with the sound. The only limitation of that speaker is they don't get loud enough. They don't get loud enough. There is a cap to how loud they can get, right? So when I did a comparison between the Bose L132, what the sub 2s and the Maui, and the Maui sounded better up to a point, but then it couldn't get any louder, which is why the Bose took over. So at that party, if you guys saw on my IG, the Bose was my main system because it just got louder. That's it. Just got louder. But the sound coming out of the 28 is really, really impressive. And the mids and the highs, it's just a really warm sounding speaker, but the subs actually they actually hit. It's not that kind of warmness that like you get from like the Bose. The Bose are much more fuller, warmer sound, but the LDs actually hit. That's the difference. So in my mind, for most people, and again, I don't have enough experience with the Evox, but in my mind, if you were getting like a full size, I would almost tell people flat out get the 44. Get the 44. Anyway, but again, this is me not having access to everything, because the problem is, I know a lot of people will say, well, which one should I get? You can't just compare sound to sound. You got to compare situations, rooms, indoor versus outdoor, high ceilings, low ceilings, type of music you're playing, type of situation, because I will say this, the Bose has the best upper registry vocal throw than any speaker I've used. Any speaker that I've used. That Bose you can have set up anywhere. People will hear you talking on that microphone crystal clear anywhere in the building. That's the one thing that I absolutely know for a fact. The problem is, I don't know, the bass, comparatively speaking, it's not for everything. I put the Bose in for something like 120, 130, or if the room is small. That's just about as high as I go with the Bose. After that, I bring out my QSCs. Every day. All day, every day. Okay, let's see here. Start with just a dirty Pelican case. You know what I meant. Okay. DJ Chucky, is there a massive back order for the RCF? What is that? The JMIX 8s and or the J8s? It seems as if some retailers may have them in stock and others have them back order. So I don't know that I would call it a back order. They're just overseas, and there are certain people that just get precedence over others. They will get them before other people do. That's basically it. And that's another reason why I never got really interested in RCF, because there was nowhere I could go play them. No, there are no stores that have RCFs, so I'm not gonna blindly go out and buy some RCFs, not being able to hear them for a long period of time in different situations. The same thing was with LD. Now I have the one, and I heard the RCFs. Again, RCFs are no joke. They're a good sounding speaker. They really are. Now, are they necessarily worth the price they're charging? I don't know. It's kind of like Bass Boss. You know, the amount of money that Bass Boss is charging for their boutique speakers, it feels high. Does the bass hit? Absolutely. Would I buy Bass Boss subs? Oh, definitely. Would I buy their highs? I think their highs are overrated. I really do. So I don't believe that their entire package should be charged what they charge. You know, I mean, to charge, I think, what is their 12? I think they're 12. Their 12 top is like, I think it's like $2,000 or $2,300 a piece. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. No, thank you. And you get into a situation where they're not even, they don't look good. I know it's a design choice. They're not for me. They don't look good. For me. Those highs do not look good. I do not like the way they look. Okay. All right. Yeah, Don Rafa just nailed it. Are you using the X5s with your Ultimate Ears? So I have the X5s. I have not used them with my Ultimate Ears yet. I got to test them still, but I have not. Again, the problem with the Ultimate Ears, not the Ultimate Ears, the problem with the X5s for the headphone monitor is, you know, we're right there. We're right there. And I have the extra long cord. So like, I don't have an issue with plugging in and being able to walk 3 paces to the left or 3 paces to the right. Like, I don't really need them. And that's just one more thing I have to realize. Look, I'm already charging. Okay, let's just charge gate here. I'm charging my Chevet wireless uplights. I'm charging my Chevet XLR, wireless XLR DMX. I'm charging up my X Vive. Dude, what in the hell? Sorry, my phone's ringing for no reason. Hold on 1 minute. Please hold. Okay. Yeah, the DMXs. I have to charge my X5 wireless XLRs. I'm just charged out. You know what I mean? I'm just charged. There's only so much, and that I don't need. I just don't need that. DJ Sono says they're worth it, the RCFs. This is the only thing I will say. Okay, and I won't say anymore. Because I know to everybody out there, there is a sound that people want to hear, okay, and that they love. So I'm never going to be the one that says a speaker doesn't sound good to you, okay? I know that I like a certain way that a speaker sounds. I know this about me. So I'm not assuming that everybody wants the same color that my speakers have for themselves. Okay. The same thing applies to RCF and any speaker out there. I've heard the RCFs. I think they're good sounding speaker. I think they're very good sounding speakers. I also think that that they're fairly transparent, and I think that they're a full sound. They're really, really rich, full sound, but I don't think they hit like other speakers do. That's just for me. Okay. So, and then when you factor in the cost, and then you factor in the other speakers that are close to them, okay? And then you say, okay, well, this sub is $3,500. I'm ballparking here, guys. Is $3,500. And then this sub is pretty damn close, but it's $1,800. As I've said, Is that upper speaker $1,700 better than the one you're using? And will anybody notice the $1,700 difference on the dance floor? Feta, no, you're absolutely right. So the one thing that I've always gotten, especially when I was using like my 828 sub, or even when I was using like the Serwin Vegas, all of the venues would always say, your sound is really good. Like, what do you mean? Your sound is really good. Translation, it doesn't hurt my ears. It's not harsh and sterile, so I completely get that. I totally get that. But once you get to a certain level of speaker, the quality's there across the board. It's gonna you, and usually speaking, a lot of the harshness of sound of speakers, not the speaker. It's not the speaker. It's user error. It's bad ears and bad engineering and bad mixing. And I don't mean mixing. I mean actually like mixing the EQ, EQing the system. A lot of people don't know how to EQ their systems, so they end up sounding like crap. A lot of people plug in their controller or their turntables or whatever, and then they just play. What do you mean? They just play. That's what we all do. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they plug in and they just play. They never walk out to the dance floor. One time. I have DJs that work for me right now that I have to like smack into submission because they won't listen to the speakers. Like, how do you know how it sounds out there if you're not out there? In the beginning of the night, before people come in, do your sound check. Make sure it sounds good. Tweak everything. Get it right. And then later on in the day, later on in that afternoon or that evening, when people are on the dance floor, step out of the DJ booth. Go stand in the middle of the dance floor. Go stand in the middle of the dance floor. See how it sounds. Take 20 seconds out of the song. You guys got mad at me for quick mixing anyway, so I know you guys got time. Go out there. Go hear the music. And then if you have to make some tweaks, then you're good. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. So a lot of speakers out there sound better than people give them credit for. It's ultimately what I'm saying. The RCF Evox 12 sound better with an external mixer. You know how much I despise that statement? Me personally, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts that the argument for a lot of speakers are, well, you need a mixer. Why do I need a mixer? Why do I need a mixer to make your speakers sound better? Why don't your speakers just sound good? Why aren't you tuning your speakers so they match and you don't have to bring a mixer? I'm not saying a mixer for your microphone or whatever. I'm not saying any of that, or for your backup system. I'm not saying that. But why in the world can't you make a speaker that just sounds good? JBL does it, there's companies out there that do it. So you shouldn't need a mixer. Like, there's nothing worse than like when people are telling me like, I've already tweaked it. They're like, oh, you don't want to mess with the parametric EQ and the QSCs? Oh, just get their touch mix, oh, and your sound will be amazing. Then I go look at the touch mix and I'm like, this shit is like $1,200. No. I should not have to spend another $1,000+ to get the sound that I want. That was the argument people made for the Bose. Oh, you need to get the Bose, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. I should not need to have that. They all have parametric EQs. Bose has an EQ system right in the box. It's all Bluetooth. You should need to do anything. Anything. I'm just crotchety in my old age. Oh. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Mobile DJ, that's you. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself some battery-powered stuff. Now, I'm not talking about getting big battery powered backup. What I'm really talking about here is get yourself some battery powered components. This weekend, rainy season in California, we are doing our party. Power goes out. Kids are sad, kids are crying. They gotta go home soon because there's no lighting in there. But we had brought some wireless battery powered uplights. Some Mackie Thumb Go's. My microphone could have been wired, but I had my X5 wireless XLRs. The Mackie Thumb Go's Bluetooth. I set my Serato to Bluetooth to the Mackie Thumb Go, and then I DJ'd right from there. DJing with Bluetooth is so tough. 30 minutes later, the lighting came back on. My equipment came back on. We were rocking like it never stopped. Get yourself some battery powered stuff. It can save your life.
All right, guys, what's going on, everybody? HMA, Cleveland Terry. I wanted to just do a quick video about this new unit. It's not out yet. It doesn't come out until
July 31st, it hits market. I have pre-order it pretty soon, though.
all right, so this is Tim. This is the man, runs this thing. They came out with an amazing product. I haven't tested it yet, but based upon what I'm seeing, this is one of those to beat.
It's a game changer.
Moving platters. It's $700.
What's up, everybody? How we doing today?
$700. This is gonna sell like hotcakes. So I'm gonna do a review, but tell me just real quickly, like, what made you guys?
We're good. Sorry. When my table went up, it pulled out like 3 cords that I absolutely needed in order to do this show. So we're good now. But we're definitely going to be ending it soon. Let's see here. I want to answer a couple more questions, then we're out of here. Isn't that why they added the wireless to the A9? The A9. Oh, I gotta post that video. I have an A9 with PJ that I gotta post. Maybe I'll do that today. I haven't posted any videos this week. DB drive racks aren't out of style. You're right. Just a lot of people don't use DB drive racks for powered systems because they all have drive racks in them. So it's kind of weird to use a drive rack when most things have them in there. So if you just take time and like EQ your speakers with the parametric EQ, you shouldn't have to touch them ever again. That's the whole point of the drive rack, is to get it to where it needs to be, and you don't have to touch it. You can do the same thing. Okay. All right. Let's see here. A couple more and then I'm out of here. Yeah, touch mix is clunky. Okay, I am the sound for my son. Okay, Rodney. I only run through an external mixer as a backup in case anything goes down. Exactly. Mixmaster G is like, we're going down. Okay. Yeah, that's the external mixer, Chucky, should really be for your microphones. Absolutely. You know, a lot of these controllers have either just a tone knob or 2-band EQ. So it's definitely in your best interest to have a mixer. I have no issue with that. Get the Jackery 1000, did a whole reception with that unit. Okay. All right. DJ Farns, $10 for the super chat. Thank you so much, fam. Appreciate you. Not only a member, but a proud supporter of the channel. Thank you. Appreciate you, fam. Okay. This was a CD40 reflex. Okay. So I think we are good. Yeah. I will leave you with this though. I know some people haven't seen the video yet, so I would leave you with this. Hold on. Yo, I just booked my first wedding. Yeah? Dope. When is it? Next week. Can you believe it? Next week. Okay. Do you have any gear? Yeah. I have 2 12-inch speakers. Okay. Well, you might want to rent or borrow somebody's sub. Okay. All right. That's cool. What about microphone? You have a microphone? Well, I mean, I have a corded microphone. Yeah, again, you might want to go out and rent or borrow somebody's wireless microphone. Okay. A week from now is pretty quick. Do you have all the music? Do you have everything they need? I have some music, but I have like my SoundCloud streaming service, and if I need to, YouTube. How much are they paying you? Bro, 6 hours plus the ceremony, $300. Oh, you're good. Yeah? Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Have a good time. Sweet. Thanks, man. Yeah, definitely the Opus Quad has the 3-band EQ. And so does, doesn't the A9 have a 3-band EQ on it too? I think so. But yeah, look, I know people don't like the look of the Opus, but my God, does that thing fully functional? It is totally. I get people don't like the shape and the styling, but if the XZ comes in with everything that the Opus has, I think it's an instant seller. It's going to sell like hotcakes, in my opinion, because if people didn't like if people didn't like the styling, I get why they don't like the Opus, but I love the Opus. It's a great all-in-one, and the operating system is amazing. So yeah, I think a lot of people changed their mind when they went to NAMM and saw it in person, because a lot of people, they see it on the videos, they're like, it's ugly, it's stupid, and then they get there and they're like, oh, this isn't bad. Oh, I kind of like this. Why do I like this? Because it's a good controller. They really, I know it's outside the box thinking, but it's good stuff. You'll have to pry me away from the Opus at DG. Yeah. Okay. There you go. The Opus Quad would look great in Ron Burgundy's house. I mean, right now, for me, the Opus that I have is sitting on a wood table. It's clean. It's super clean. I'm still waiting. What I'm waiting for before I turn it in, because again, I love it, but I don't have a use for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking that on parties. I'm waiting for Virtual DJ. I'm waiting for Virtual DJ to come out with their skin for it and see how good it is. Then I'll do a video on that, and then I'll probably do a video on multiples, because there's multiple pieces of equipment that I have right now that don't have Virtual DJ updates. Like, I can't do a Flex 10 update because I don't have a Flex 10. But I can probably get one if necessary to do that video. Okay. Lehman says it's ugly and I have it. The functionality is freaking awesome. There you go. Yeah, need a good case. Good luck with that case. That's gonna be a big ass case. Has anyone else had problems with Serato crashing? I have not, per se. But Crazy Legs, that's a very open-ended question. You need far more details. What type of computer you're using, what model, what year, what operating system, what are you doing when it's crashing? Are you trying to use stems? Is your hard drive full? There's so many little things that could cause your problem. So I haven't had any problem, and my Serato hasn't crashed in forever. Yeah, especially with my M1. It's been rock solid. I'm just waiting for like whatever new Serato version they come out with whenever they do update the system. And that thing's going to be resource hog. I mean, if stems are any indication of like what it's going to be, oh my God. Everybody's going to need at least an M1. If I'm actually shipped a Mixon 8 this century, we can do it side by side. What's a Mixon 8? Is that something I should know about? Anyway, okay. 12:30, definitely time to go. I do want to thank everybody for hanging out today. Oh, you son of a gun. Sorry. I'm waiting for a product that they said they ran into an issue delivering Front door. What are you, stupid? So look, this is my shipping, my Amazon shipping stuff here. Okay. It's hard to see here. So when they had a problem sending me product before, they said, well, where should we leave your product? I said, on the front door, like you leave every other Amazon product. This was one of those, more expensive products. So they were concerned. Do we need any additional instructions to find the address? I'm like, it's just a house, like every other Amazon delivery you've done in the last like 10 years. Let's see if they left a voicemail. Amazon calling about it. Attempted delivery. We'd like your assistance delivery. Please contact us. This is so dumb. People are at my house right now. Let's see if people are here. Let's see. I'm too lazy to step up, so I'll just look at my Nest. Not my Nest, my Ring. Technology. Man, we're too into technology. So now I got to call this person again. And I saw the phone ring. Should we call him? Let's call him. Let's call him. I'm probably not going to have you wait on this whole thing because that would be unnecessary. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Oh, it only takes a second. Yes. Are you looking at after shift? Are you? I don't know what that. I don't know what that is. After shift. I'm not sure. I. Waiting on a missed delivery. The short throw projectors.
I'm not seeing that item. Can you try rephrasing that?
Projector.
Sorry, I could not find an item. I'll get someone to help with this. If you are calling for issues not related to deliveries by Amazon Logistics, please press 1. If you are calling about an order from Amazon Grocery or Amazon Fresh.
Okay. Anyway, hang out with us for a while. I thought they were just transferring me over. Yeah. See? Anyway, I thought my wife was still home, but then apparently she left within the last 30 minutes, and I had no idea. Yeah, my name is Cleveland Bowens. Yeah, I have a couple of products that were supposed to be signed for today. I guess the guy came and I didn't hear the ring. I'm not available right now. Blah, blah, blah. I'm on a show, so I can't speak. I wasn't able to get to the door. So, but I do need the product. So I need to rearrange for a time. And my daughter's home. She didn't even tell me the door. Go ahead. You guys don't have that where when it shows that there was a problem with the delivery, like that doesn't come up automatically. Oh, I thought you were pulling up my account. That's why you asked for my name. Okay, hold on. Orders. Okay, the number is last four. You guys don't really want to sit on this thing while I'm doing business, right? That's not really what you guys want to do. You want me to end the show, right? This is silly. You want me to end the show? Yeah, they definitely weren't cheap. Any luck?
Disorders. And can you please help me verify the shipping address of this item, sir?
Sure. It is. I don't want to be all of you. I just want my product. And it's weird because my daughter's here and she didn't even say, "Hey dad, somebody's at the door." She just like let him go. Frustrating, man. Yeah, you guys think I'm silly enough to like
Okay, so sir, as I can see here, they attempt to deliver, but the business is closed or they unable to okay, so they unable to the driver thinks that there's no secure location where to leave the package, sir. But if you want, sir, I'll try to request to come back the driver today regarding with this item. And to tell you honestly, sir, as I can see here, this is just one item only, which is the laptop bag.
wait, they came no. There was I had two projectors that were supposed to be delivered. It said delivery attempt at 11:58 a.m. And there's two of them. And I still need the other bag, but there was two projectors that I think required a signature. No, they're 4K projectors that we had to order a couple more. So it's we need them for this weekend. They're kind of important to go along with all of our too many parties. My website's there, really? I'm not going to make that out loud. I don't want people like calling me all over the place.
Okay. So, sir, may I have the best phone number to call you?
Sure, it is. I mean, in all honesty, I have lots of Amazon people that will literally like not even really make an attempt. It's like 2 seconds and then they're already on. I think they do have a they have a delivery time schedule. So if they're off, it affects everything. So they're not going to wait around. They just like, but to say there's no place to put it, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've had many products.
Go ahead now and request to come back the driver to redeliver the package.
Perfect. Sounds good. That's what I need.
And it was stated here in your order, sir, that it is a house, just like every other Amazon delivery on time to my house. That's what you added to your delivery instruction. Do you want me to update it, or that will be all?
No, that's fine. I basically I'm saying that I accept responsibility for the product delivery. I live in a really safe neighborhood, and I'm expecting these, so they can leave them if I'm not here. I mean, there is a whole. Once you get to my door, there's a whole side part of my house where you can put the product in the corner that nobody can see. So they just have to put it to the right, which is where they normally put all my Amazon products. That's why it's kind of weird that like I get Amazon products pretty much daily, and they always put them in the corner. But for some reason, this one was an issue.
Okay, sir, let me go ahead now and request to come back our driver, okay?
Perfect.
Would you mind, if may I put you on hold for a minute or two to request to come back the driver, sir?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Stay in the line, sir.
Will do. Oh, music. You know, that stuff's going to get my whole channel demonetized. I got to move it off to the side. I've driven to FedEx so many times for products, so many times. And the closest one for me is all the way in the valley. So it's like a 45-minute drive. In fact, when I got the Opus, that's what happened. Given product package Steve's ideas, you know, they can try, but you know, my multiple rings and the fact that I live right next to a sheriff may change their mind. Oh man. Okay. I'm Matt Ames. That's hilarious. Driver on the road watching the stream. I click off. He just knocks on the door. Oh, that's funny. Anyway. No, because you people are legitimate. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you guys at all. And literally, there's always somebody home in my house. That's what's funny about this whole thing. My wife just, I don't know where she is right now. She had to get her nails done or something. You would think she would tell me. How dare her? So anyway, all right. I live next to the mafia. So, Pablo, that's hilarious. I didn't mean for it to sound like a flex. So my ring did go off, Keith, but it's on silent mode. Because typically speaking, Amazon does not deliver product before like 1 o'clock. Hello? Yeah. They never deliver products earlier than that. Normally the products don't get here until like 5 or 6. So it is what it is. I'm fine. I'm not going to stress over it too much. There she is. Yeah.
So much for patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a successfully request to come back the driver today to redeliver your car?
Perfect. Is there a time frame or is this all day? I think I broke her. Matt. I think I legitimately broke her. That question does not compute. I guess the AI is falling apart. I wouldn't put it past anybody to finally come out with like a true AI communication bridge like this, because you know the AI sucks. For not the AI, but like the phone calls suck. You know, press this or tell me this, and you tell them like that doesn't make any sense. Tell me again. Like if they make an AI that can handle this kind of stuff, which is coming, it's just a matter of time. You know it. If they put an accent on it, yeah. I'm sorry. Did you give me a time range?
we are delivering until 8 p.m. But regarding with the time when the driver will come back, we don't have the exact time of it, sir. So sorry.
That's fine, but
But we're delivering.
you're going to deliver it anyway. He's not requiring a signature or anything. They're just going to deliver it. Perfect. That's
Yes, sir.
sounds good. Thank you so much. Okay, Stacy. Have a good day. Okay, bye. Your name is not Stacy. I don't care what you tell me. You're not Stacy. Yeah, but I'm just if they put accents on the AI, I'm gonna lose it. If ChatGPT has accent, I'm gonna lose it. There's no reason for that. Okay. Now you've definitely heard everything. You did not need to hear any of that stuff. Yeah. Yes. Sorry you had to deal with that, guys. More importantly, what I'm more curious about is I'm more curious about how many people stuck around for this. There's still 104 people watching me talk on the phone. Okay. Thanks, guys and girls, and they and she and him and we. I appreciate you. So, I think today I will post the A9 video. I don't know. It's like I didn't post it because like I felt like everybody knew about it, but like we're gonna post it anyway. So we're gonna post that. You know, the one thing I did notice, the only thing I noticed about NAMM this year, and maybe it's not just this year, but just in general, it seemed like every time I would do an interview, every time somebody would walk up and start literally messing with the cameras here, microphones, blah, 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 right? And people were just like getting in between us, moving knobs. And I'm just like, bro, like, what part of your brain is like stopping you from seeing what's happening? You know what I mean? Like just that normal, like common sense, like, hey, I think something's going on over there. Maybe I should wait until they're done. That happened at least 3 times. It happened with PJ when we were doing the A9, and like we were like, bro, like please move away. And then another one. So at NAMM, there's a sound limit to every booth, right? But some people like to go past that sound limit because they want to bring people to their booth, you know, whatever it is. And right behind Pioneer, there was this one DJ, and it wasn't even a DJ company. I don't even know what it was, but they had a DJ there. The booth was empty the entire day, but he was blasting like it was his, you know, concert, and he wanted everybody to hear. And he was messing up my interview. So we'll see how it sounds. I haven't listened to it yet. We'll see how it sounds. Anyway, I don't know if we'll do like let's talk a tech company soon, but we'll handle it. Might have to. I'm gonna have to start bringing people on. You know, I'm just gonna call like just call Chevy DJ. Just you know, just give him a call. Call Reloop. Keep you on speakerphone. If anything was going to get me banned from the industry, that would get me banned. Did you hear what Cleveland Terry did? Did you hear? Some venues require a dB meter. A lot of venues have dB meters, and they always read them in the wrong spot. These people need to learn what the law is and not what the room is. You know, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, you've reached your decibel limit," and you're like, "Well, you're just because you're here, you're in the room." What is the city law say? What does that say? Oh, you need to be monitoring it from the street. Okay, so go monitor from the street. Oh, you won't do that? Okay, fine. Anyway, but he was mixing in key. That's hilarious. I don't know that he was. In all honesty, I just know that he was messing up my recording. That's it. And you know, you see me recording, You see it, look at you, all crazy-eyed. Maybe turn down. Anyway. All right, guys. That is enough craziness today. It is time to go. And don't be surprised if anyway, we won't go there. Anyway, enjoy your day. Thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate all of you. I will see you guys next Thursday. Make sure you guys are following me on IG. Make sure you guys are watching the videos so then you don't have to ask the question like, hey, what do you think of the A9? And literally, I just did a video about the A9. So please don't do that anymore. Before you ask a question, just check the videos. See what it looks like. Let's go from there first. Anyway, thanks to all the members, Keith Just, Matt Ames, Philip Tan, Sobra, Harmony, all the people that stayed until the end. I appreciate you, DJ Farns. Thank you so much, as always. And, we'll see you next week or maybe earlier. Got to work out the Twitch thing. I'm not there. All right, y'all. Peace out. Enjoy your day.